Hey everyone, I am your astrologer Brittany with Horoscope.com. Here are 3 things you need to know in order to make today, Wednesday, January 23rd, 2019, a success. Now the first thing I want to talk about is going to be right here where the moon is in Virgo. When the moon's in Virgo, it brings our attention to doing things practically on the day-to-day, getting things done, working. Also comes to strategizing and planning about how we can do some of the things that are important to us, as well as our health. Working, just trying to have better health. Now what we've got going on this morning, perhaps before some of us wake up, is this moon in Virgo making a quincunx over here to the sun in Aquarius. Quincunxes are slightly difficult aspects. What's going on here is with the moon in Virgo, we want to put our heads down to get things done, to get to business, to create the life that it is that we want, which may take some work. But with the sun in Aquarius, we've got lots of dreams, lots of ideas, lots of visions about our life. We may want to have fun, socialize, be out and about instead of getting down to the grind. And so that could be a little bit of the challenge, is how do we have fun, enjoy the work that we're doing, connect our vision to some of the things that we need to do on the day-to-day, and kind of focus our mind on some of our efforts so that we don't get distracted. So that's what's happening there. What's going to happen after that? A few hours later, no, this isn't going to be a few hours later. That's going to stick with us for most of the day. The next alignment that's going to occur is going to be at the very, very end of the day, right around bedtime. What's going to happen then is that this moon in Virgo is then going to move further through the sign and make a trine over here to Saturn in Capricorn. What that can then bring now towards bedtime is more stability, more of a commitment here to working and doing things to help us reach to help us accomplish some of the things that are important to us, I'll say that. And this is very, very positive. So as to where at the beginning of the day, and maybe for even most of the day, with the moon not really making too many aspects, we're kind of just like wandering around, trying to get work done, but getting distracted by all this stuff happening. And then right before bedtime, when we're about to go to sleep, we get this big boost here to actually start to commit to putting in the work to put our life in some better direction for us. Around that same time, still at bedtime, the moon over here in Virgo is also going to be in an opposition with Neptune too. So that could bring up some confusion, even though we're committing to doing things that we need and to putting in the work to get things done. Maybe spiritually, we're not quite sure how we feel, if we feel okay with what we're doing, if we feel comfortable with it, but we know we need to move forward and are starting to make steps to do what needs to be done. I think in order to handle this opposition at the nighttime, what might be best to do before you start to do work is to check in with your spirit, your soul, emotionally and internally, to make sure that the plans that you're about to set forth on are what really, really resonate with you on the inside. Okay. The last aspect the moon's going to make is now going to be at the very, very end of today, right before tomorrow starts. And this moon in Virgo is then going to make a quincunx over here to Mars in Aries. What that can bring is definitely going to be a challenge when it comes to doing things. With Mars and Aries, we want to just do whatever, however it comes to us. Let's just get this done, mark it off our checklist, and move on. And I think what's going to be needed and required of us is to think a little bit more diligently, a little bit more strategically, a little bit more detailed about some of the things that we're doing and how we're doing them, and to make sure that the things that we're putting in place, that we're careful about those things, that we're committed, and that they also really resonate with our spirit and soul. Okay, so that's the first thing I want to mention today. With this moon in Virgo, you got to get things done eventually by the end of the day. You got to make things happen. It's not just about having big ideas in the mind. You got to put them into practice in the real world. Okay, and you really need to commit to a plan of action here that resonates with you internally and spiritually, and to find a way to get things done in the way that they need to get done so that things aren't passing you by. All right. And there could be a balance that's needed between just doing things to do them and between getting things perfect. Going to have to find an unusual way to satisfy perhaps both of those desires at the nighttime. Now the second thing I want to talk about is going to be right here where Mercury is. We've got Mercury here at the last degree of Capricorn, in a square here with Uranus, and in a sextile with Chiron. Mercury rules the way that we think and communicate. So there could be a lot of thoughts and conversations here about our life, where we want our life to go, the direction our life is going in. Could be some things related to the past with Mercury running so close to the South Node, trying to tie up some things from the past so that we can feel better about our life overall. And I think there could be the opportunity with this square to Uranus as a result of some things you're thinking about or communicating about to get some unexpected insights that could actually be quite healing and quite helpful for you to overcome the past, to start to see things differently, and to move forward with a bit less baggage than you may have had lately. Now, the third and the last thing I want to talk about is going to be right here. Venus and Jupiter are doing something very beautiful for most of this week and still today. They're in a conjunction here in Sagittarius. This is very positive. There's lots of passion, lots of excitement, lots of new ideas, resources, people, money coming our way, which is very good, especially with this alignment making the trine to Mars. It's all coming very fast. We want to do new things. We want to do things differently. I think today we got a chance to break free from old things, to get excited about the new, even if it's a challenge on how we now begin to work towards, in a more practical way, this new exciting thing that's come to us. Okay, and I think you're needing to enjoy and needing to let yourself, get excited about the future and see things differently. It's just time for that. You may not quite know where these new things are going, how everything's gonna add up, how you can settle into this excitement based on your experience from the past with the square over here to Neptune. But I think really just needing to enjoy the moment, accept what has come to you for what it is, love it, appreciate it, steward over it, and make sure that you're being diligent so that a lot of the things that you want and need that are now coming to you that are good don't fall by the wayside. So that is your daily planetary forecast for today. Thank you so much for watching. I'll talk to you tomorrow.